Okay, this is the next update. It's been a while. I've been on conductor training, on the job training, so kind of in a regular schedule. Not really an excuse, but just kind of getting used to the job. And now I'm back in the classroom for 4 weeks for conductor training part 2. Got a test to write tomorrow and a couple next week, and then that's all done. So I wanted to give an update on what I did do. It's a bunch of small things added up into a bigger video. So I did some static grass and kind of a signal shanty, I guess, and a guy and a truck glued down here. And I did 3 different colors of static grass. I'm really happy how it turned out. This is Los Angeles yard. So I only did up to here just to make sure that it would turn out okay and the method works. I want it to kind of be some weeds in between the tracks, but I also want it to be dry so you can kind of see the 3 different colors that I used. So you just put Mod Podge or Mod Podge rather down. I always call it Mod Podge, and then keep moving the T-pin with the grounding wire around, and then you get you're basically making your own long grass clumps. So I just want to get a little closer so you can see. I think it looks awesome. So really happy with that, and really happy with how that came out as well. So when you see things on the real railroad, then you start doing things a little differently when you're behind the scenes. So I got my carts out here, gonna set these up for the NMRA on Saturday and have this, my L running basically on the outside. So I've been doing some cleaning. Last night I did a whole bunch. So I don't know if you've seen this in other videos, but I just have my Apart M10000. I got the some buildings and stuff that I have for sale, some Faller cars. Got my son's Lego all reorganized. Still kind of a mess in here, but got the dollhouse moved away for now. But that's what's nice about the basement. Everything is modular. Just move it around. So when that M10000 comes off there, this track will get cleaned and that shelf is clear. This one's got some cork only and couple papers, my track planning book, base, that goes over there. These are the locomotives that I'm working on right now, so I just have them out. I only got 1 roll of plaster cloth left, and then I got all my bigger tools under there. So someday I'll get a closet door on here, but I know this is kind of boring, but it takes a while to take all the junk that just gets thrown on here all the time but put it away properly, not just move it around. So I got this area cleared off, ready for doing that extra mountain that I want to do on top, because I removed the town, if you were paying attention. And then I am still going to have the big station here at Missoula and finish the rock work here. So, but I want to just take my time. The campsite is staying, the RV park, I guess. So that's no problem. I do want to extend the tile and put lights down here so I can park my passenger trains. And this is all staying, so that's no problem. So down here, I lost them again, but I found them last night. But I have a bunch more of these mascara wand trees, which are the little ones, done. And I'm gonna put them up there. And then before NMRA, I'm gonna put the snow on top. That was the last thing that I was kind of waiting on. So I'll get that done, just covered in white glue and sifted on. And then I finally put the extra trees that I made on this mountain. Let's just zoom out some more. I glued down my Sasquatch. I glued down the polar bears, I moved them down, and I glued down all these mushrooms that I was saving up for my little magic mushroom forest. And I'm kind of playing around with the idea. I don't have enough of them right now, but I'm gonna put smaller trees up here so your forced perspective, just like putting a Z-scale building at the back to make it so that the mountain, when you're like, here's my eye height. So when I'm looking at this, I have the smaller trees at the top, or rather up here, and I have the big trees with the detail on the open part down here. So really like this scene. It was one of the first ones I did. So I want to put the snow on top of those two and that one, because it's right now it's just bare plaster, but I do the snow at the end because I don't want it to get too dirty with all the other moss and stuff. So mushrooms came out good. I'm gonna get Sean to print me a smaller Luigi, and I haven't put lights in that building, but I will be at some point. And I dropped a feeder down here and I glued this track. So I got to do some testing here. I changed the track that was in there because it was all, it had glitter glued to it and stuff by accident. I planted these trees here. I'm pretty happy with how it is to make it look like a road. You know, you're not supposed to plant trees straight in a row, but this could be a shelter belt. And I glued the moose down here instead of up there. It's less distracting. And then I've got the cabin, which was done earlier with the lights, and the Land Rover. Oh, this little roof was unclicked. So, and then I got, I have to work on this a little bit because it's bowing up, but it's not a big deal. This part of the lake is getting redone as well. Like, I need to bring this up and I'm not happy with it. What I was thinking last night is, like, I'm happy with this mountain with the Egyptian monument and all that, but I want to put a bunch of, like, a rock slide here. And I put plaster in there. It's really messy. And I've got this, I might have to do touch-up paint, which I have the paint for the wall. And I've got some damage on the wall up there too. So do that, or plant some trees here in this V, and then put kind of a rock slide situation, sort of like what's here, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. And then need to work on this portion of the mountain, the top of the mountain, and then do something with the top. I like what I did here, but it's a little hazy. I love what I did over here because this water pour turned out perfect, and the rocks over here are better. So I put a couple layers of plaster cloth. I actually built that up, cut down the ridge that was the great stuff under there. That's the ridge that I want, so that it's kind of like a higher rock edge or lip on the edge there. And then I started a plaster cloth over top of the painted great stuff because I don't like that look there. So I'm gonna get some more plaster cloth, go up top here, then put more plaster. This is just gonna be like this for NMRA, but and then I need to build more mountain up where that pencil line is. So I'm gonna just position this just so that it's set up correctly. So the top track probably isn't gonna be powered for the show, but it is what it is. Can't do everything. Got a lot of things on the go. But I cleaned this main line down here. I'm gonna be cleaning the lower Milwaukee main line up here. I put 2 USB LEDs in there. That's in my secret rock missile launch. So I'll have to take out one of the little bricks so that it closes, but really I think it's going to be open all the time now. Of course it's going to fall now. There we go. So I'm going to turn off the lights in a second and show you what this looks like. Just finish explaining it in the light. I glued down this. I got to put the black caulking with the light underneath. That's the general store and the Texaco gas station. I scraped this down. And I backed this up because there was actually quite a bit of roughness. And I'm gonna put the gas pumps here, glue those down, and then I won't have it for the show in time, but when I get that far to sending wire all around for 12 volts for or 9 or whatever it is for all my street lights. I'm put a single lamp post, excuse me, over here by the general store in the little ghost town, as I call it. I glued this down. This is the Utah Power and Light #1, the old coal power plant. I didn't glue this one down. I have to repaint on the inside, but I got 2 more different lights installed, so I have to do some wire tuck up here. I got this yellow extension cords with the 3-prong up to here, so this one's new. I got a double USB and a single for the 3 USB lights that are in the coal power plants, the old and the new. Got those finished, got the light in there, got the light in the rocket. I got my, this is a perfect little jar that I found at Dollarama, and there's a little bit of track cleaning fluid in there and 50/50 alcohol. I use these track cleaners, the center line ones, and I just soak them in there, and then they're really wet and they go around. They actually dry up from, picks up little bits of styrofoam and that. I just dunk it in there again and clean it off with the tweezers, and then put it back in as I'm cleaning. Works really good. Here, pretty much just had to glue that windsock. I just moved the rocket there for now. I don't know if that's gonna stay there, but for the show, it's fine. And I think that's it. I gotta replace some vehicles that I had put away while I was doing my big vacuum. Got a little bit more vacuuming to do. Gotta find my electric caulking gun, because that's the black silicone that I used for the light leaks. Oh, I want to show you what it looks like. So the farmhouse, sorry I forgot that, but it's all apart. I have to glue it back together. So this is the Green River scene with the hoodoo. Really happy how that turned out. Needs some more lights in the airport tower, but once you turn the lights off, you find out what you're missing. Got the nuclear plant. I want to put some light posts and a light inside of the mechanic building. I might be able to do that in time. Got the light in the UFO hangar. This was the countdown building, but this one's new. Makes sense now to me. And then over here, this was all dark. And I got that light in the general store in the ghost town. I'll get a light in the station later. And the coal power plant's got lights now. So top up here is at a different level, so there's no lights yet. Why is that not lit up? I'll have to plug that in, but there is a light for the cabin. And there is lights for the Sears and that, and the Monster Truck Stadium, but they're on battery. I want to change them. I wonder why. Oh, I know why. It's because I was rerouting extension cords. Stupid. There we go. So I got all the lights in Livingston here. These buildings aren't all of them glued down yet, but, and there's street lights to go, but makes a big difference. Yeah, that cabin's still unplugged, but anyway, I want to show people this in the dark, and I want to also show them with the lights on. So I love the LEDs, it's fun. So I've got some, if I find those trees again that I lost, I want to get those planted, put snow on those 3 caps. That will take 10 minutes. Maybe light in the mechanic shop. And a little bit more vacuuming in this section, but a little bit more cleaning here. But I cleaned all the floor. Got this all looking spick and span. So yeah, I'm really happy with how things are progressing on the layout. I was kind of bummed out because I hadn't really worked on it for 3 weeks. I got COVID in my OJT, so I'm vaccinated, but I got it again with really bad headaches. So I missed a week completely in bed. So I wasn't coming down here at all. And I was isolated from my kids and stuff. So yeah, that's update. I guess it is quite a few things, and like I say, I got a few more things to do before the guys come, but I got tomorrow night, all day Friday. They're giving us Friday off because we're going to write our test tomorrow morning. Thank God, get that over, signals test, if you know what I'm talking about. And then basically Saturday morning, and then it's Saturday afternoon. So I got a day and a half solid to do very little left. So just basically track cleaning. So got all the big cleaning and organizing done. So I just wanted to give you an update. I'm sorry it was kind of a long one, but it's been a while. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. I'm trying to get to the 1,000. Why, I don't know. You tell me why I'm getting there. And just to say I did. And there'll be lots of good stuff coming in the next bit once I get this stuff going and some more track perfected. All right, take her easy.